I've fallen off. 6 days without a video. Surely that means I've fallen off. Yes. Back to the yapping videos because I'm very sad that I'm not doing yapping videos anymore. Anyways, today we talk about if you didn't understand what that meant, I meant today we were talking about silence. Silence is something that can be held to multiple accounts to be a good thing or a bad thing, you know. Silence in my videos is a bad thing because that means there's a lot of dead air within my recordings and I need to cut out all of the empty space within the video and you know, inherently find a way to fill that dead air. Whereas silence when you're sleeping is a good thing unless you are, say, someone who is a white noise sleeper or yellow noise sleeper or brown noise sleeper or black noise sleeper or whatever. I don't know the whole subspect of that, but you know, if you are someone who enjoys silence, you are like me. If there's noise while I'm sleeping, I genuinely cannot fall asleep unless I'm listening to someone rant about something on YouTube and it's so boring I fall asleep. But anyway, silence is not always something you're gonna have. Silence could occur after you say something so ludicrous in a classroom that it makes the whole class silent. It's happened to me a couple of times. It also happens when you're in a meeting and you say something so wrong that even the project manager says, "What?" Silence is also something that I hold after I lose Clash Royale games. Yeah, in terms of Clash Royale, I think I've cleared the air. No Clash Royale vids ever again. Yeah, but I'm sorry, Clash Royale videos are never coming back. Never again. Never. But anyways, as I was saying, silence can be good. Silence can be bad. What I'm here to talk about today is about perspective of silence. For example, when you're in a food court and you want to maybe sit down and eat, you wouldn't expect any silence there because there will always be people that 12 mil? There'll always be people who are talking, there'll always be people who are shouting, there'll be children, right? But maybe in a high-end restaurant you would expect silence. Except maybe when there's a baby there, who knows. One of my experiences the other day was I went to a restaurant. I thought I could like take a little nap, except when I sat down, 10 minutes later a couple with their baby came in and their baby started bawling his eyes out. So much for silence, right? But they are babies, so you can't really blame them. Silence is also a bad thing. You are, you know, trying to speak as a comedian. If you're telling jokes and you're busting it down and the audience is just, I'm sorry, but you gotta retire. A place where you would want silence though is a movie theater. Movie theater is where you would expect to be able to watch a movie in silence. Wow. Who would have known? I do feel bad though. There's one thing I must admit. One time I was watching a comedy by myself in a theater full of couples. Who knows why the theater was filled with couples. I was watching a movie and I was laughing. I didn't realize how loud I was laughing, but the couple in front of me kept glaring back at me. Now, I didn't think about anything at first. But when I truly reflect, I realize maybe I was in the wrong. But then again, it is a comedy show, and if you don't want people to be laughing in the cinema, maybe don't watch a comedy show. Paddington 3, by the way. I'm not sure if that's a comedy, but I see it as a comedy, and I will embrace it as a comedy. So yes, on to the fact. Silence is very perspective, very situational, very time and place wise, very different and very leveled in terms of what people want and what people need in terms of silence. All I'm trying to say is silence is something that people need and something that people might not need, and that's all I gotta say. Alright, I'm done with this game for today, and it's just filler. It's like, Subway Surfers type thing. Anyways, bye.